when I'm at a bar and a guy tries to pick me up. It just gets awkward when I've got to be like, dude, put me down. I had a guy come up to me the other night and he was like, damn girl, you got swagger. I didn't know what that meant, but according to Urban Dictionary, a swagger means confident or arrogant, walk or stride. I don't think that's much of a compliment. Telling the crippled girl she has swagger is like telling a deaf girl you like her accent. It would be like telling a girl with Tourette's that you like it when she talks dirty. It would be like telling a Siamese twin that you want to fuck her sister. Better yet, it would be like telling a midget that those high heels really accentuate her nubby little legs. Or my personal favorite, it would be like telling a girl on life support that you're a necrophiliac. Oh, there's probably one of you in here. But once we established that what he thought was swagger was really just a loose wheel, he's still trying to flirt with me. Well, I looked down and he was stroking my leg. Guys, if you're gonna flirt with a crippled girl, touch her somewhere she has feeling. Like, I don't think that it's too much to ask for you to grab my ass. Well, I know it's hard to get to, but I appreciate the effort. Go the extra mile, guys. Enjoy the ride. But then he put a little line on me, and he was like, just so you know, if I were a dinosaur, I'd be the Pleasurosaurus. And apparently, prior to its extinction, the Pleasurosaurus was a herbivore. And I thought to myself, a herbivore? What do they eat? I found out later that night. Yeah! That's right, fellas. Crippled girls, put out. When the wheelchairs are squeaking, you best not come a peeking. I think I might write that on a bumper sticker from the back of my chair. Or maybe the equally accurate, I put the ramp in tramp. Or one for the fellas. Once you go hip, you'll never go limp. You know who I hate? Crippled people. They're always stealing my thunder. And my good parking. It's hard to laugh at that, guys. You're not gonna go to hell. You know who else hates crippled people? Jesus. Which is why there's a stairway to heaven. You know, but I'm really certain the only reason I was born crippled was because God knew I wouldn't be able to resist the urge to become a stripper. And he knew I wouldn't have the tits for the job. Like, let me put it this way. If I put my phone in my bra, it triples my cup size. Like, are you guys together here? Ma'am, he was just checking out my tits. You know how I know? His eyes were darting around, trying to figure out where the fuck they are. If I ever follow that dream and become a stripper, I know what my name is gonna be. They're gonna call me Marshmallow Fluff. Cause I'm white, I'm sweet, And if you really enjoy me, your fingers are gonna get sticky. I am a horrible whore. Does anybody in here suffer from depression? That silence would indicate a yes. I mean, everybody does at one point. And for me, it was elementary school, but for 3 reasons. First of all, that's when you learn what to do during a natural disaster. Which means, I learned I was screwed. Like during an earthquake, they tell you to get under your desk. Yes, you can't fit. During a fire, stop, drop, and roll. Each of those things I can do individually. Stop. I currently have stopped. Drop. Gravity is kind of my kryptonite. I drop a lot of shit. As for roll, I think it's pretty obvious that I do a lot of ecstasy. But secondly, I never had to wear those lovely little light up sneakers. You know, because the only way I could make them light up was by running into a brick wall. Lastly, I didn't get invited to very many birthday parties when I was young, because the other kids were jealous that they could never beat me at musical chairs. I am the champion. A lot of people look at me and they assume I have no common sense. So when they speak to me, they don't feel the need to use any either. I was at the mall and I was wearing my sister's track team hoodie from high school, and a lady came up to me and she said, "Yeah, what kind of track? Are you on the team?" So of course, I smiled politely and said, "Why, yes I am. I run hurdles." Aw, snake bitches. A lot of people don't like that I call myself crippled. They often use, like, then I use euphemisms like, "You're not handicapped, you're handy-capable." Like, what kind of bullshit is that, right? Or one lady said, "You're not disabled, you're differently abled." Or as I like to call it, disabled. You should call yourself disabled. Great, so now I'm crippled and I have a lisp. Right, one more thing before I'm gonna roll out of here. Does anybody have a cripple fetish? There's no joke there. Just trying to find out how likely it is that I'm gonna get laid tonight, guys. I said that at a show once, and a lady came up to me after, and she was like, "You know, I think it's great that you joke about sex, like you actually know what you're talking about." Yeah. So I fucked her husband.